So Urvashi, your congratulations to you. Your international song recently released, and it's getting rave reviews. So tell us about it. How was the experience?
You're talking about Doob Gaye, or are you talking about Versace?
No, I'm not Versace.
Versace, okay. I would say, what do I say? I can't describe a lot about it because it's even the first ones are always extremely special. So Versace Baby, me and Mohammed, we have been friends since a very long time, and we all know that Mohammed is an Arabic superstar. He is an actor, performer, and a producer, and he is like really, highly people kind of worship back there in Egypt. So we were friends. We were supposed to collaborate for this another international song, which is called Ya Habibi. I'm sure you know about it. It's a widely, really song, Ya Habibi. So that collaboration was about to happen last year, like 2020, in February. We were supposed to collaborate.
Okay.
And I had all my flights booked and everything, and I was about to fly to Egypt to finally shoot for that song and all. It had Mohammed and this another French amazing, really big superstar called Maître James. Yeah, Habibi. So we were supposed to collaborate for that. But then the lockdown happened, and it was a very dicey situation, to travel there. And then it was kind of, the first lockdown was kind of a bit scary. Like, if we go out of our nation, how do we come back? So thinking of all of that, it was kind of the collaboration was pending since then, and we have been friends since really long. So we were, just like having a conversation. I also met Mohammed last year during Christmas. We celebrated it together. So when he made me hear, he was like, Urvashi, I really, really want to work with you, and let's make this happen. I'm like, okay, sure, we work towards it. And then whenever we just kind of we went to the studio, I kind of heard 4 or 5 songs which he liked and which he wanted to do with me, and I selected Versace Baby. It was not, I would say why I chose Versace Baby. Also, it's backed up by world's biggest brand, Versace, where we are wearing Versace. It's not really, really highly fashionable from head to toe. We're shooting in Versace house. Everything is Versace. And it's like, in the history of music videos, it is one of the most expensive songs I've ever been part of, and also one of the most expensive music videos if we talk about in collaboration, or if we talk about one of the most expensive videos. So more than that, it was also about it was a great collaboration with Versace itself, and people are really loving it, and I kind of loved it, though the song is in Arabic. For us it'll be kind of very, very different. But I would say
I was coming to that.
Yeah, the song was completely not at all. It has just maybe like 2-3 words about English, or like 2-3 lines in English, but the entire song is in Arabic. But music is a language where we need not to discuss, or we need not to listen the language. It's just like you feel it. When you hear it, you can feel it if it's gonna work or if it's not gonna work. And I was very sure since day one when I heard it, I'm like, Mohammed, this is the song, and it is gonna be the best, and it did. We are trending on number one position in all the in worldwide, mostly in I would say Egypt, Jordan, and then Yemen, Libya, UAE, Abu Dhabi, the entire United Arab Emirates, and then so many different countries. Morocco, Africa, so many, because he is Afro and he is Egyptian and Arabic. So in India as well, we were trending. So I think it is a great collaboration wherein and then I had to do something for my fans who are, really like my international fans. Yes, it is for my Indian fans as well, but I wanted to do something which is kind of very different, and it is very stylized. And then as an artist, I've always told everyone that I believe in versatility. And for me, if we see Doob Gaye, it is very, very like a innocent girl, and it's I would say like a proper heroine kind of presentation in Rukh, which is she's very docile, she's very, I would say, very simple, pretty kind of looking girl. But whereas in Versace Baby, where I am the official Versace Baby, so it is very glamorized, it is very stylish. Both the looks are very different, and that's what I really crave for. You know, I crave for varieties. I crave for variations. I mean, and I'm really very thankful with all the producers, all my directors. They feel that she can fit into any sort of a role. That's what makes me really proud of myself. And apart from that, yes, I'm the first Indian to do to be part of to do such an amazing and huge collaboration with a Arabic superstar. So yeah, it is a kind of very big in its own way, and I'm really happy that everyone is loving it. And the people who are not understanding the language, they are loving the music, they're loving the vibe, and I think it's very very upbeat and very much like I would say a party music. And then apart from that, whatever we are earning, it's all going for the COVID relief, and it's all going to go for the Palestine. So yeah, we are working towards the causes as well. It's not only my business, but apart from that, it's also me and Mohammed together. We're working towards helping back our respective nations and helping back our respective society, because he's Arab. He's we're working together.
So, in the beginning of the song, I see a text, Palestinian Red Crescent Society, it would be donated to us. So, like, what kind of work do they do towards?
Basically, the revenues or the amount, which is the profits and all, it's going to be going for Palestine Red Crescent Society.
Okay, I heard it's going to the Gaza Strip. So, you're aware of that? The Gaza Strip? Because right now, I'm asking because, the world is talking about Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
They are in a war, and we all want peace to take place out there.
The entire world is going through a crisis right now, and it's all about helping each other, the helping hand, and lending that. And I think I'm really proud of not only me but my respective my other contemporaries also, because everyone is doing their own, everyone is helping and reaching out to the people and helping everyone, and I think that's a really great. That's a great thing.
So, what does the song actually translate to? I know it's in Arabic, but what is okay? What is the main context of it?
Basically,
If we have to churn out?
okay. I believe you've seen the song. I believe you've seen the song. Yeah. It is just like having a great time, enjoying the life. The song is all about the lifestyle, the luxurious lifestyle, and where the guy is trading for. Is saying about Versace Baby that how much money he has, or how many he has all these planes and cars and all. Basically, he's like boasting about the stuff he has, and I would say that. I would say that it's like a fully enjoyable song, and everyone is gonna love it. Yeah.
Okay, certainly, yes. If it's a party track right now, we cannot go out, but inside a house, we can have a house party and play that track. Guys, everyone, whoever is listening. Okay, one viewer question was he wants to be a makeup artist. How does he approach you?
Oh,
Yeah, you're makeup artist.
well, that's great. Was he a girl or a boy?
He was a boy. I forgot his name because the timeline is flooded with comments. So I forgot his name.
Okay, that's great. I mean, I would if I would I would always tell everyone, and I would always inspire or motivate people to do whatever they want to become. And it's great if you want to be a makeup artist. He needs to learn that skill. He needs to learn about the makeup, or different kinds of makeup. I don't know if he wants to be my makeup artist or basically a Bollywood makeup artist, but yes, he needs to. I don't know. I mean, he has done his course or through the course, or I really don't know. I mean, but yeah, I mean, yes, for sure. I mean, it requires a lot of experience and I have a lot of respect. I think every artist should have a respect towards be it a hairstylist or stylist, because these people are working round the clock for us, and I think they also deserve the applause for whatever they do or whatever the kind of work. Yeah, that's good. So go ahead.
So how do
The
you take
makeup artist wants to be. Yeah.
so how do you take criticism as?
Who, me? First of all, in my life, I would say there is no room for negativity. I mean, I am a person who's just, who always sees the glass half full than glass half empty. But I do believe, yeah, I mean, it's if it's coming from someone who really loves me a lot, or can be my parents, because they criticize me a lot. They're never happy with whatever I do. So it depends. Yeah, if it's a constructive criticism, then well and good. I think we all have that one thing which we are lacking, and then if we can just kind of practice, or if we can learn it more, and if we can be the best version of ourselves, I think that's great. If someone is telling you a kind of a sort of a criticism which is good for you and which is going to better your career, or which is going to better you as an individual or as a person, I think there's no harm in just kind of listening to that kind of criticism and just focusing on yourself and being a better version of yourself.
Perfect. So, let me ask you this: since you spoke, since two of your songs recently
Yes.
released, one was Doob Gaye and Versace. So, what were the precautions you had to take, keeping coronavirus in mind while shooting?
Oh, well, the Guru one, Rukh, which is like by that was shot 7 months back. And at that time, we shot it in Goa because Goa was the most safest place. And we were kind of wearing the mask, and we had a limited, number of people. There were not so many people allowed, and then we kind of shot it in, like in outdoor, maybe like in beaches or in a restaurant. So we were just like kind of taking as much as precaution as we can. I know it was kind of scary for me as well, but just like the moment I used to come back home after my backup, I used to take a lot of steam and vitamin C, and as much as I can. I mean, coronavirus is something which can attack any human being, and then it's just like for granted. We have to be at it and keep at it. I know the situation outside is not that good, but yes, we made it possible. And then on the other hand, there was Versace. Again, it was the same thing for me. We shot abroad in a Versace house, but there also the amount of people, there were a lot of people, and that was way more challenging because we had real animals. Like we had jaguar, we had tiger, we had a lot of cars, planes. A lot of people were involved in it, and it was not just like Indian people, but people with mixed races. Like there were a lot of Arabic people because we were working with international crew, so there were a lot of people who were from Egypt or from Oman or from so many different countries. So at that time, we were kind of skeptical because they were saying that London was kind of really people kind of afraid from people who were coming from the London. So yeah, I mean that was kind of challenging, but then I it was great that everything went smoothly.
Okay, so the the song that NGO, I would call it, so which which would share the profit to the Gaza Strip, and you would share it to India. So it was decided from before, or was it decided after the shooting got done?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because when we shot, not decided at all. At that time, we were just kind of focusing on just making the video better or making it way more appealing or way more luxurious. At that time, we were in a different frame of mind. But the one thing we were very sure of was that the song is going to get released. Is going to be releasing before Ramadan or after Ramadan. But then we decided to release it after Ramadan because it's going to be, Eid, like a Eid Mubarak present from my fans and from Mohammed fans as well. So that's what we decided the release date. But then later on after, there are a lot of things, a lot of decisions in life which you have to take naturally. I mean, you can't rethink of something. I mean, and I think spontaneously, that's what we felt from our hearts, and that's what we really wanted to do. And then we did it. I mean,
That's the
yeah,
way to go.
I feel that
You
I really feel that have a purpose. I mean, I do understand that it is very lavish or it is very luxurious, but then at the same time, we need to do something. We need to think about the society, because it's not just releasing. I mean, we all know that what the entire world is going through right now. So we have to think. It's not about just like a money making business, as I said. It needs to have some sort of human emotions connecting, or some sort of like where you were kind of helping out people. I think that's what is really important. Um, I mean, in my real life approaches, uh, through my own foundation, I would just by डंके की चोट में बोलती हूँ that whatever I never raise money, whatever is my hard earned money, that's what I utilize for the people back in my state in Uttarakhand, where I donated like let's say 27 oxygen cylinders or whatever I've done. There are a lot of things which I don't even tell, but and my foundation is not something which I've made right now. It is since when I was 11th standard. Um, so yeah, I think it's about that, and I think people. It's not about the way you look or okay, that so and so person is like that, but it's all about sanskar, and it's all about the belief and the value system which you get through your parents, or which you learn through your grandparents or your parents or your family.
perfect. Now you spoke about donating oxygen concentrators to Uttarakhand, 27 of them. How tough was it procuring them? Because we know there's a shortage of oxygen cylinders
No,
around the
I
country.
would just tell everyone who is a part of the noble cause just to not. I mean, it is a very sensitive matter. Really sorry if I might be affecting people, but yes, there are already a lot of oxygen concentrators and cylinders which are already, right there in Delhi, Bombay, or I would say bigger cities, metropolitan cities. But we need to focus a lot in villages, or in smaller, rural areas where there's no proper access to it. So that's the region where we need, and I will definitely share the websites where they kind of provide the right information of how much is the requirement for the oxygen concentrators and how much we need to provide and where do we need to provide. I think that's what important. And right now, we all should concentrate more on the rural areas and villages, because that's where people are not kind of concentrating. I think those are the places where they really want that. Because we already have a lot of concentrators in Delhi, Bombay, Kolkata, or all the bigger cities, but we don't have it in villages. So that's the
Yes, remote
yeah.
areas lack basic healthcare facilities as well. I heard you were an IIT, or you were planning to be to IIT, and then you forayed into films and the glamour world. So, how did this happen? Because even I had comments asking, please ask Urvashi for advice because someone wanted to be an actress or an actor. I had two comments like that.
Okay.
So,
Regarding
so please guide them.
or
Yeah, regarding acting, I mean, how to, because many people flock to Mumbai these days directly without giving a second thought.
yeah,
But then, yeah,
I
but then you were studying to be an IIT, and then you forayed into this. So you must have thought something about it.
see, I'll be very honest with you. While growing up, I did not never wanted to be an actor. I'm an accidental actor completely. One thing I can say is that when I won Miss Universe India twice, or I won a lot of international matches back to back. And I think that kind of forced me into the field of acting or into the Bollywood, because when you win all these international pageants, you kind of become a household name, and then you kind of automatically start getting the calls, or getting all these projects. So I think my titles really helped me, because I am not from Bollywood, or I have literally no connection uh, with anyone. I mean, at that time. So I think what really helped me was my title, and yeah, I had won a lot of categories. I hold a record of winning maximum number of beauty titles, and that too I didn't plan it that way. it happened automatically. Like it happened. Again, I would just thank God and all because of the blessings of my parents and my grandparents. But then, yeah, I mean, that's what it happened. It just, I did not plan for it. But then, who really want to do it? Yes, of course, just um, learn acting, just keep practicing, and learn all the basic skills about acting, and just also apart from learning it, try to do a lot of practicals. I mean, being observing everyone, uh, observing from every single person, you know what kind of role or you know what you're in. And I think a great actor is a person who has gone through a lot of emotional, turbulence or I would say journeys in their entire life. And I think I kind of grew up 17. I kind of all the experiences I had, I didn't have that many. Then I kind of
Your voice is again breaking. Are you able to hear me?
yes, I can completely hear you.
Okay, okay. When you're in this position, you're crystal clear. So, how do you look at failures?
Failures, okay. Failures are the great, and no one should get bogged down by a failure. It's always better trying out something rather than just sitting or just being afraid or having a fear of failure. And I think no person whosoever is just watching our chat or all my followers or all my fans who are hearing me out, I would just say that never be afraid of trying something new. Never have that fear of failure. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा, दो चार लोग हंसेंगे, हंसने दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बट क्या है, आप ही बताइए मैं गलत बोल रही हूँ कि नहीं, कि सबसे try कर, हमेशा ट्राई करते रहो. ये कभी हमको नहीं सोचना कि
बिल्कुल.
सामने वाला क्या सोच रहा है या वो क्या सोच रहा है, ऐसा कभी नहीं सोचना. हमेशा पॉजिटिव रहो लाइफ में और ट्राई करते रहो. जो इंसान ट्राई करेगा उसे कभी ना कभी वो चीज जरूर मिलेगी.
That's true. Viewers, if you're listening to her, she has an advice for you all. Now, coming to, we spoke about, artists, various artists, the hairdressers, makeup artists in the world of cinema. Now, when the world is walloped by this pandemic, should there be a system in place to help out the daily wage workers? Because in such a scenario,
I
everything, yeah, everything has taken a blow. But we don't have such a system in place
see,
for the daily wage workers in cinema.
as an actor, I don't want to be really self-centered where I'm only thinking about a hairstylist or makeup artist. No. First of all, I am an Indian citizen. I'm a responsible human being. I'm a responsible Indian citizen. Why are we not thinking about the rickshaw wala, or why are we not thinking about the sabzi bechne wala, jo theli mein sabzi bechta hai? We have to think about everyone. So, see, it's, again, I said, yes, that, people who know someone, they are, मैं दोबारा ये बात बोलूँगी कि जो भी हमारे आसपास के लोग हैं, हमें सबसे पहले उनकी मदद करो. जो भी जितनी भी चीज़ की मदद कर सकते हो, जितनी. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, आई वुड अगेन से कि हर अंधेरी रात के बाद एक उजाला आता है. ठीक है, अभी अभी अंधेरी रात चल रही है हमारी, कभी ना कभी तो खत्म होगा ये सब, कभी ना कभी तो उजाला आएगा.
बिल्कुल होगा.
आएगा तो
बिल्कुल
हो जाएगी. So it's just like, just it's never gonna be just like that forever. It's gonna change. The good old days will be back, and then I think we all should be very positive to it.
Yeah, there's a Bollywood famous track also, अल्लाह के बंदे हंसते जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा.
कल फिर आएगा. Correct.
Okay, now, okay, there was one fan question I forgot. He asked me to ask you beauty tips.
Beauty tips.
Sorry, she.
Okay.
She, not he.
Yeah. Uh, Stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. जो time पे so. Take your beauty sleep. By beauty sleep, I mean minimum requirement. I mean, it depends on body types, but then just like, 7 to 8 hours, you should know how much amount of sleep your body really requires.
You need.
Yes. And then exercise. Exercise, I would say. See, I mean, what would I say beauty tips? You know, a lot of people, they keep asking me all these kind of questions, but I would say that I am from Uttarakhand. You know, the way अगर ऐसा skin चाहिए तो उसके तो आपको next जन्म में वहीं पैदा होना पड़ेगा, because you know
वहीं पैदा
I
होना
was born
पड़ेगा.
in Himalayas, and I think, you know, in India, in totality, if, for example, say, let's say if a person comes from Punjab, or if a person comes from Uttarakhand or South India, or you know, Kolkata, they all have their unique characteristics in their
True.
personality, or the way how they are, and a lot of things also depend. So yeah, also when we talk about because I travel a lot, so when I see a person, I can automatically tell, okay, this girl is from this place or that boy is from this place. So I think a lot depends on the place where you come from. While growing up, we used to play in snow. I am from Himalayas. I was born in Haridwar. So absolutely zero pollution, and just like, you know, growing up in forest or in middle of nature, trees, I think that also kind of really helps. And well, that kind of life is, but
But yeah, many people nowadays, they are going back to that life slowly,
yeah,
moving away.
is that kind of life is the best. In fact, I came
Certainly.
back for 2 weeks. I was also in forest, and let me tell you, I was in forest. I used to wake up at 5 a.m., go for my early morning jogs and for evening jogs, and let me tell you, it was so amazing. Like, you know, just we're just going out for a walk in that fresh air. It's just like, you can't explain the feeling. You just feel so good about it. When you go out, you know, exercise or just sleeping on time, doing yoga, meditation, it's a different life altogether. And I think that's great. People are kind of becoming way more health conscious, and then they're focusing a lot, because I think it's high time we all have to be health conscious. There is no other way possible, or there's no other. Right now, there are no two roads. There's only one single road, and that is just to be way more health conscious and just being as healthy as you can.
So, are you an early riser? Because you spoke about waking up at 5 a.m. and going for your
Yeah.
jogs. So, are you an early
Yes.
riser?
Yes. Yeah. True. Completely. When I used to study, then बचपन से लेकर मेरे पेरेंट्स डांट के आते थे सुबह 4 बजे पढ़ने के लिए. तो तब से ये आदत बनी हुई है, and then जल्दी उठो, हो सके 5 बजे उठो, 5 4 बजे उठो. I think everyone should wake up early. People who sleep late and wake up, who sleep at 6 a.m. There are a lot of people who sleep at 6 a.m. and then they wake up kind of late. Um, things are gonna be very bad for them. Things are gonna be very, very bad. I think everyone should sleep on time, maybe like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. All should sleep and wake up at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. Just waking up, do your morning rituals, do your yoga, do meditation, go for a walk, just do your morning kriyas, niti kriya, you know, so many, just like clear your nasal passage, you know, your front brain, and then everything. Just do all your kriyas, which are form of meditation. I think then that's when um, you'll feel alive as a true human. And don't be stuck in front of the computers or all those games, PUBG and all. Like, beyond, rather focus on your real life than all those video games.
Guys, again, tips. Don't be too much on digital.
Yeah, not at all.
Get out of digital. How do you look as the digital reality as? Because that's become a reality.
Sorry?
I'm saying, how do you look at digital reality? That has also become a reality. Because people see you as, or any other, public figure, they don't want to see what's happening outside. They want to see what they're tweeting or posting on social platforms.
I don't completely agree with you, because I feel I'm talking about intelligent people. They would always want to know what is real, then a digital reality, which is digital reality can be fake. So we should, I think it's very important to have, a clear purpose in life. We should just not just go with what people are. I won't take names, but there was a video which surfaced where one of the actresses, they were just, climbing the stairs really fast up and down. And then people kind of start following that. And that's really bad for your knees. So I think it's very, very important to like completely aware about what is good or bad. And only then you should. I'm not telling everyone to follow salads, or I'm not telling everyone that you should completely follow us. No. Think about it. If you really want to do it, find what are the pros and cons and then take a step forward. Just don't blindly do whatever other people are doing it because it might harm you. And as I said that whatever fans I have or whatever people who love me, who really care about me, I care about them too. That's the reason why I'm saying just don't follow whatever you see blindly. Think about it. You've got the brains. Rest a second. Think about it. Observe it. And absorb it. And then take a decision. Just don't follow this blindly, all this.
Perfect. Now, you often dole out, I would say, fitness goals on social media. Now, with being being a public figure, there is often a tag associated with you, the tag of responsibility. So, would you, because many of them endorse alcohol brands or brands that have too much of sugar in them, but then they are proffering some fitness tips as well. So, would you ever endorse such things?
See, in my real life, I never touched alcohol or I'm completely anti it. People who are very close to me, she doesn't drink like alcohol or doesn't like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or any sort of a soft drink. So I would just जब इंसान कोई खुद ही नहीं लेता है तो फिर endorse करने की बात तो बहुत दूर की है, So, yeah.
Okay, there is what? Okay, there was another fan question. What do you do when you're not shooting?
What do I do when I'm not shooting? Very because all the time I'm just doing something or the other.
Again, your voice is breaking a bit.
Real conversation. Just having real conversation. Real people.
Okay, so you like confabulating with people when you're not.
Yes, with people who I want to, people who.
Okay, but people.
Yeah. Which where I feel that it's gonna be very or which I want.
Okay, there was a question from a viewer, and I also had this question. Many of the actresses, for some reason or the other, I don't know what reason prompts them. You should be proud of how you look like. They go under the knife. Have you ever thought of going under the knife?
Not because I'm.
You don't require it.
Thank you. That's what I'm.
Okay, so we will have no. There's another question. An actor that inspires you and why?
There are a lot of actors. It's not just.
If you had to pick one of them out of the brilliant lot.
Kind of really hard, I would say, because I love the way. One, I would say, okay, let's not talk about Bollywood actors. Stick to Bollywood. I would say Shah Rukh Khan because he's truly self-made with the kind of background he had and he kind of established. Not only for me, for all the outsiders, he's gonna be the one, the inspiration. Being at his age and just still, kind of being so, being dot on time like just being, we all know like the way how he approaches work and work ethic. The kind of, and her versatility. She was sexy. She was an amazing actress, or she was an amazing dancer. I think these three.
You also working in a Tamil and a Telugu film,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. Can you throw some light
I'm
on it?
so lucky. I'm working internationally. I'm working in Hindi. I'm working Tamil, Telugu, every single language. I mean, I'm really proud of it. I mean, I'm working in all the different languages. Yeah. So yeah, the Tamil one is a high budget film. My role is of IITN. I play an IITN in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're playing yourself then.
Yeah. But then, yeah, again, they kind of, it's not going to be just like IIT, but yes, she is very pretty looking and glamorized, the way how they always do it in films. And then that's, we have a pending shoot left, which we're going to shoot in Spain after everything, comes back to normal. And then Telugu one is already finished. It's bilingual. Hindi and Telugu. It's called Black Rose. Again, it is going to be the first film ever. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I've never seen a film where there is only just one single character. That entire film, there's only just me. There's no. So it's kind of challenging because when people watch the film, they just think, how are people going to do that? So
Like, is there no double role as well?
no, not
Just
at all.
you?
Just one single me, an entire film, and it's
Okay, that's interesting.
very, very interesting. And then when I heard the script and everything, and while studying, I read a lot of novels which were by William Shakespeare. That too, as well. Black Rose is, inspired by Merchant of Venice. So it's very performance oriented. It is a very performance. And then one more Tamil film I have that is with where I play a lead role opposite two guys. One is Vineet Kumar, another is Akshay Oberoi. That is a Hindi remake of another super hit Tamil film, which is called Thrill to Payela 2, directed by Susi Ganeshan. So that is all ready. Just we're waiting for the theaters to completely open up and then it will be releasing. And the one in which I play by JD Jelly. They are amazing directors from Tamil. It's great to work with them. And this Telugu one is directed by and Mohan Bharat. So yeah, I mean, they all are, geniuses. And I'm really more than elated to be working with them.
When I asked you this question, there were 3-4 viewers saying, please ask Urvashi to work with Mahesh Babu once.
Sure.
Maybe. But yeah, watch out for her film because she is playing just herself, a one character film. There's no one else.
I have 6 films coming. So please watch out for all my films.
Okay, she has 6 films coming up, and she has told us about 2 and 3 of them.
It's produced by Geo Studios. It has Randeep Huda in it, and I'm the wife. That again is performance. It's directed by.
Okay, another viewer question: who is your favorite cricketer?
Who is my favorite?
One from India and one you have to pick from abroad. That I'm putting a condition.
I'll tell you why. I do play cricket, but when you watch because it's just like to be out, then kind of slow down, and then since when I've been working, I haven't seen people. I don't know what's, but then I would say favorite cricketer Sachin Sir. I think Sachin. And I would say Kohli because he's from Uttarakhand. I mean, we have same village back in Kumaon, nearby Almora. Where that same village kind of thing. So when there are two people who come from same place, then you kind of have that emotional touch to it. Oh, that he's from my place and all. So that kind of thing is there. And then I think Sachin saw the list internationally. Oh, see, a lot of cricketers, they're like, I know them, but I don't know what do they do in cricket. You know,
Okay, you haven't watched the game.
really legendary cricket. Uh, but I don't know what they do. They bowl or what do they? And RCB is good.
Okay, RCB, the team that you like. You must be knowing their players, right? RCB.
Yeah.
Unaware of their players except Kohli.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, okay. Now we'll play a segment where you'll get to pick one.
You know what? I would say he is our Jiju.
Oh, yes. Bollywood.
He's our Jiju, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so now in this segment, you
Jiju है वो.
विराट कोहली बॉलीवुड के चीचू हैं certainly.
बच्चों की देखो ये कितना देखो ऐसे होना चाहिए सब बच्चों को किचन हेल्प कर रहे हैं. And then she sent me on WhatsApp where he's kind of helping his mother ki, you know, something that I kind of got scared. She wanted to help me in the kitchen or what? So, she's like, you know, something fathers they can send you some pictures कि देखो कितना busy होके मम्मी की help कर रहा है फिर कुछ सीखो. So yeah, I'm like, my parents are acting as if I've never helped them in kitchen. I always do. I mean, in lockdown also, I always help them. अब आप बताओ काम ही करें कि किचन में हेल्प करें. एक ही चीज हो सकती है, right?
Nice, certainly एक ही चीज हो सकती है because you know see I've been a journalist before that. I was in a different field, but once I was in Mumbai 2019.
Yeah.
And I know this there's a production house which belongs to my cousin's friend.
Okay.
So he told me, you want to see this shooting? I said, okay, I'll just go. I have no work. I thought I might enjoy something like that, but seriously, it was so tough being there for like 12 hours. He told me reach sharp at 9 and you'll have to be there till 9. And I was like, boss, I'm out of here at 2. I can't be this. Because the thing that, you know, that disturbed me was, okay, right now we write one article, we check it twice, we check it thrice, and then we just pump it out. Fine. There are 3 layers of checks. But then they're shooting one scene, and again they're coming and shooting one close up, one far off. I said, oh man, this is a tough job. Acting is not as easy as people think. It's glamorous. It might be glamorous because obviously you're facing the media, being a public figure. But oh gosh, it was damn horrible. Then again, they're changing the gear.
And again, I'm telling you, you know, my father, he used to be with me because he was so protective. As my father, he always with me on the shoots. Just imagine, I mean, it must be very difficult for him. He is into businesses and all, but still he was there just for my sake. So just imagine, I mean, I know for people who are not into it, they kind of feel very bored and it's very boring being on. But my father, he still supported me and he was there with me to take all my. I just can't forget that. I can never forget that.
That's a good, proud moment for a father actually.
Yeah,
when his daughter is working. Okay, now let's play this small segment where you got to pick one. So, reading a novel or making a meal?
Making a meal. Both of them. I would love.
No, you got to pick one.
I would love to do both. Okay, let's say making a meal. Or if it's my novel,
okay, making
then
a.
I'll read novel. Depends.
Okay.
What meal and what novel?
Glamorous life or non-glamorous life? What would you prefer when you grow old?
I'll tell you, like, honestly, I'm very simple person. But then, do you also kind of understand the kind of profession she has, or you know, the way how she should live her life, kind of food we have. So yeah, I mean, you know, it is very joyful for me as a person. Because when I'm like all my films, most films are going to be very de-glamorized tone. I mean, I remember in one of the films I was shooting for a song in Varanasi, and it was, I mean, they were like so many dogs in night. And they were like, So I've been through that, and then as an actor, you have to be in so many different situations, and you have to
Zones.
be completely support. I remember fresh और मेरे बगल में एक बहुत ही गंदा नाला था जहाँ से it was like completely stinking. It was a really bad smell, but still I had to give like, oh my god, I'm like kind of smelling the beauty of smelling something like that. But then people kind of only see the rosy picture. They never see that what it is a kind of a job. You have to do certain things, or you have to portray certain things. You know, not the reality. It looks like a reality to our audiences. Yeah.
Okay, before the interview, I was scanning somewhere that you are a huge fan of Justin Bieber.
Oh yes.
and and you're a huge fan of Rithik. So, for example, if Rithik is doing a concert where he's dancing, or if Justin Bieber is performing, singing, what would you pick if you had to
You
pick
know what
one?
it is? I would say both are different. One is someone who I idolize. The first film I ever saw, you know. So just think about the way how I was at that time. I was young and I had crush on. I really loved him. And Justin Bieber is like we both are 1990 pair. They both are like superstar in the way how they are. I mean, Justin Bieber doesn't. Hrithik Roshan is a fabulous actor. He doesn't sing. He sings. So both are very completely different, individuals. And this Indian one is Canadian. Then Justin is of my age, so that's how I relate with him.
You relate
Yeah,
to
he's
him.
a 1984 born. So I kind of really love, babe, babe, music. And while growing up, I remember, a lot of other people they used to say, "Oh, this is a music, this know how to play this," and you used to have those kind of fights. No, that this is an amazing song and all. So yeah, it's they both are very different things. I love both of them, but
Who is more funny on sets since you worked in Pagalpanti, Arshad Varsi or Anil Kapoor?
Arshad Varsi, both.
And okay, web series or films since you acted in both?
Different uh, web series. Inspector Vinash. So I would say films, but then yes, it's going to be my first web series which hasn't released till now. So
Okay, there's this question that uh, how do you react to, there are many reports published about link up rumors and all of factors about you, it must have been published. So how do you react to that? Do you take it seriously? You just say, okay, I'm not bothered by
no,
it.
I think misinformation controls family and family which I belong to. Yes, it depends. From certain family. Um, I'm from a Rajput family. And, everyone has a different kind of reaction. I'm sure family will be really cool, with the link. But my family, yes, I think they should do it before publishing.
Okay, so I guess there's paucity of time. Urvashi, thank you so much for being with us, for talking to us. Before we sign off, an advice you would like to give to our viewers?
It depends what why there are.
Any, because there's pandemic, they need to be mentally strong, or whatever your heart says, just straight out from your heart.
I would just say that no, I mean, I don't know what's. Sometimes are really hard. You're kind of losing the person you really love. You never know what's going to happen. People who I lost, I'm sure people were watching. They were, but then खुद के लिए जिंदगी जी जो आपको जो खुशी है कुछ उस ऐसे ये मत सोचो कि सामने वाला क्या सोचेगा या फिर मुझे ये करना है वो करना है जो आपके दिल को अच्छा है और आपको लगता है कि आपकी फैमिली को फैमिली के बेटरमेंट के लिए है तो वो चीज करो और एकदम खुल करके लिव लाइफ टू द फुलेस्ट एट दिस पॉइंट आई थिंक दिस इज द बेस्ट एडवाइस आई कैन just live life. What do you think? Right? I mean, the times we're living in.
That was a perfect advice. Thank you, Urvashi, for talking to us and giving us your time.
Thank you.
And
Conversation with you. Please take care of yourself. Take care of your family.
You do take care of yourself. It was great confabulating with you, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.